Grand rising, everybody. How you all doing today? Welcome to Teach and Learn with your host, DJ Grace, Took Off Boss. Big up the whole Took Off Empire team. You know, Teach and Learn is every Tuesdays and Thursdays live on Facebook and also live on TikTok. Big up to everyone on the TikTok. Big up to everyone on the Facebook. When you log in, just share and invite. Hope you all are doing fantastic today. It's a beautiful and a wonderful day. Indeed, make the much of it. What you got to do today, get it done today. Don't wait until later. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do it now. Make sure that you're always being in the know. Okay? Big up each and every one. So, I'll be reading a poem from this book by Una All. The book is called Exist in Time. You can get this book available on Amazon by Una All. Big up each and every one that is logging in right now. Share and tag somebody. This poem is coming from the Exist in Time book by Una All, page 60. This one is called The River. Reflection of shadow upon the water. Peaceful resting in nature bed. Mountain roar, river strength to protect all God creation. Sky shelter nature's beauty. Rocks caress the flowing water that gentle whisper songs of love. Beneath the river is the breath of life. Mammals seek the solitude of peace. Rainbow fall in radiant beauty, shining up on the river bank. Tusk your spirit up on the waters, and gently put your soul to rest. Please, everyone, get a copy of this book. It's available on Amazon. It's called Exist in Time by Una All. Once more, I am your host, DJ Grace. This is Teach and Learn, where we all learn something from each other. Right here, we are all teachers and we are all students. Grand rising to teacher Jablis that is on the live. Lord of mercy. Yes, you remember the topic we did sometime last week about ancestors, and I was breaking down that we are our ancestors. Our ancestors work through us. Get what I'm saying? We are our ancestors today. They still communicate. They still live through us and communicate through us. Get what I'm saying? So I have this beautiful clip that I want to play that is going to add to that. Our ancestors are living through us. This clip, I want you to listen. So I ask only for your undivided attention. All right? Our ancestors live through us. Here we go.
We are constantly, our ancestors dwell within us. You walk with your ancestors. You eat with your ancestors. All you got to do is recognize them. They're talking to you all the time. This society got you thinking you insane when you listen to those voices. That's what it is, constantly. At one time in their living is one thing, but now that they are in the next realm, they cannot see with their eyes. They cannot smell with their nose. They cannot through our ears, nose, tongue, skin, mind. They are in a realm that knows better on a spiritual level. So when you listen to your ancestors talking to you, then they can tell you things that you don't know. And then they can celebrate life through you. In Congo, there's a brilliant scholar, he's an ancestor now, Dr. Fukia. And he wrote a book called Kindezi, The Art of Congolese Babysitting. And he talked about the relationship, the special relationship between the grandchild and the grandparent. The grandchild is fresh from the ancestral line, and the grandparents are on their way to the ancestral line. The grandchildren remind the grandparent through that those phases of time of life, what it was like when they were in the ancestral world. And the grandparent prepares the grandchild to live that life through so they will have a better way and go beyond what the grandparent actually achieved. There's a special relationship. And there are things that grandparents do with grandchildren. I know because I do it with my own. We all do it, but we don't know it. You see, there's a difference between being conscious and being conscious of your consciousness. Dr. King once said, your character is not built during times of comfort and convenience. It's built during times of conflict and controversy. There was a time in the existence of the world. We lived in heaven. We lived in a beautiful place. We did have our challenges, but for the most part, the Creator, nature, gave us everything. Our Creator came out of our perception of abundance, love. Our nature loved us, the weather and all that. And we created these stories. As it came out of Central and Southern Africa, the Twa people, it then moved into the Kushite people, West Africa, and then moved into Kemet, what we call Egypt. And in Kemet, they developed this story. And out of this story, they created visuals of it. And out of these visuals, they created pyramids. Miru, if we want to use the Kemetic term, M-I-R-U, Miru, or what the Greeks call House of Fire, or pyramids. And in this civilization, you had the DNA of the pyramid builder, the scholar, the brilliant, male-female relationships in balance, creating civilizations, dynastic systems. Creator said, okay, but you also created the lake of fire. The lake of fire that is protected by 4 baboons on either side to keep the evil in. The sacred fire, not a fire with oxygen. It was a fire scalding water where those that acted wrong were thrown into there. And the baboons made sure you couldn't get out. They protected the heaven in that hell. You talk about it, but you don't know it. So I'm going to take a group of y'all out, and I'm going to put you in hell. And that hell was called the plantations. And he said, but I'm going to give you enough of that DNA for you to remember the pyramids. I'm going to give you just that touch. I'm going to disassociate you from the pyramid mind, but I'm going to give you a little touch so that some of your ancestors will remember the time. And out of that plantation, living in hell, we had hell, we had heaven. We are promised the promised land. So Dr. King was right. That last speech he gave, I have gone up to the mountaintop, and the Creator has allowed me to look over, and I've seen the promised land. He said, I want you to know tonight. What was interesting about that? Cosmic consciousness. Martin Luther King knew on April 3rd, 1968, that he would not be around April 4th, 1960. So what he said in a prophetic way, he said, I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So the point that I'm making is this. You and I and all those that are in your staff, all those that are listening to this program, we all have the DNA of the pyramid builders. There is a book, Kybalion, that says the universe is mental. Think in terms of a dark room. Everything is dark, can't see a thing. You find a light switch, you turn it on, and you see the lamp, you see the chairs, the tables, the candle. You see it all. My question to you is, did all those things appear in a room when you turned the light on? No, they were always there. Your light just wasn't on. And turning on the light of your mind is like finding the cosmic encyclopedia, known as the Akashic Records, that tells us that you're born with everything that has ever existed, that exists, and will ever exist. And all you have to do is go on a search for it. And when you find it, see, but nobody can turn your light switch on. That's the key. Nature is not cruel, but she's not going to give it to you like that. You have to search for it. When you find the light switch, only you can turn your light switch on. But once you turn it on and you see everything, you can't not see it anymore. And so our ancestors...
Don't start a business.
That is it. When you know something, you can't unknow it. You can't unknow it. You see what he said? Everything that you ever need to know is in your DNA. You just need to go on a search. And trust me, once you start searching, you are definitely going to find. You're going to be downloading all those messages to unlock what you need to unlock, because everything is already in your DNA. Fire Jobless. Get what I'm saying? So that's why you have like teach and learn right here. Because all of us have a bit to offer so you can solve that puzzle. All of us have a bit so you can put together and your Christian will be answered. And the reason why it's so hard for you to unlock is just because of the programming. You understand? Remember that the program was from a child until now. Everything that we thought we knew, it's a lie. Everything that we have been taught as a child, most of it is a lie. Because the biggest lie they have told to us is that we have someone or something outside that we have to look to, we have to pray to, and we have to look to basically for everything. They never tell us that everything that we basically looking for is within us. Every single thing. They never tell us that everything is mental. They never tell us that, our mind is what we use to create our reality. We've never been taught that. You get what I'm saying? So now you are the one that has to go inside and start searching. Start asking Christian. And I'm sure most, if not all, at some point has been asking Christian, because I was there once when a lot of things wasn't adding up to me. I was asking Christians. But obviously, in my younger years, I wasn't looking the right places. Because even at church, when the pastor talk, and even me myself when I read the Bible, I didn't get it. And I didn't know who to ask. You get what I'm saying? So I just kept it to myself. You understand me? Of course, the confusion in the church, I couldn't go to the pastor for him to direct me in the right place. Absolutely not. But, I give thanks for the divine. Everything happened right on time. You understand me? Because guess what? I never ever stop seeking. I never ever stop seeking. And every time, everything does happen on its own divine timing. When, I share this video, it all started in the pandemic. All my questions that I was asking starts to answer. So that's where my journey starts. I realized that there is no God outside of me. The divine intelligent energy source, which is the I am soul of all things, the divine creator, the most high God, that energy is within me. It is what governs this physical body. You get what I'm saying? It is what worked through this physical body. I never know that then. But I know that now. You understand? I never know that everything was within me. I never know that everything was mental in my younger years. I never know that everything that I see outside is a product of within. I never know that everything I'm looking at now with the physical eye was once an imagination. Because everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought in the mind, right? So I never know these things. And I'm sure a lot of person there asking Christians. And what I can tell you, just keep asking, keep seeking, keep going within. The answer is going to come to you. It can come to you in many different ways. It will come to you in a vision. It can come to you from someone else that has been through the experience and already know what you're seeking for. They already have the answer. It can come to you like that. Many different ways. You may be there holding a meditation and a thought does come to you. And the whole you see it, you just feel it and know that is the answer. It's going to come to you in many different ways. That's why they said, seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. You're going to have some experiences. Because even though one can come and tell you that this is how it goes, You won't be certain until you have that experience for yourself. It's when you have that experience for yourself, that's how you know that this thing is legit, because you've gone through that experience. You know what I'm saying? So keep knocking, keep seeking. You will definitely find. So I'm gonna continue to play this clip. It's a beautiful clip. Our ancestors are living through us. So I'm telling you, if you just give your ancestors a chance, they will show you everything. You know what I'm saying? As they work through you. So they will be able to deliver messages to you, download message to you all the time. But a lot of people get these messages, but they're still not aware that they're getting these messages, you know, because our focus is all over the place. We are not focused. And there is so much thing right now to distract us from keeping us from, you know, going inside and being more in tune with self. You know what I'm saying? There's so much thing to distract us. But it's easy. Just keep your eyes on the prize. It's just like when you're driving a car, you got to be focused on the road, because if you don't focus on the road, what is going to happen? You're going to be meeting in an accident. You're going to run up in our next car, or our next car come running at you or whatever. So you have to be focused 100% when you're on the road. It's just like when you need something or you're working towards something, you have to focus on that thing. It doesn't matter what comes to distract you. You have to be focused. A lot of times our ancestors are trying to show us stuff through dreams, certain meditation that we have. We've been getting them downloads, but I'm telling you, most of us are just not in tune. So that is why we're not realizing, we're not being aware that really and truly ancestors is at work always. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is why it is very important for you to keep your frequency up as well. Keep your frequency up. Because whatever you are focusing on, or whatever you have in the mind, those are the things that you're going to be attracting. Where the thoughts go, the energy flow. So make sure you have, you know, you have the positive thoughts. Make sure your thoughts are always positive, so you can attract the messages of high vibrational messages. Because if your vibration is low, you're going to be downloading some low vibration messages. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about ancestors work through us. You have ancestral spirits still that will come to you through low vibration and high vibration. So make sure that you're always at the highest vibration. You know what I'm saying? So just keep focused, man, and keep working on yourself every day. Working on yourself. How do I work on myself, Grace? How do I work on myself? Work on yourself by make sure that you monitor the thoughts that you have lingering, the thoughts that come in your mind. Secondly, minutely, monitor those thoughts. When those thoughts like come in your mind, you say to yourself that, do I want this to manifest? Because remember, the imagination create reality, right? Because anything that you meditate on, any thought that you they're meditating on, and then you embody that thought, that is what is going to come in your reality. Whatever you're thinking on, and you embody that, whether it is good or it's bad, or you want to say it's positive or negative, that is what is going to manifest. So work on yourself by working on your mind, by guarding the thoughts that come in your mind. Make sure that they are always pure, They're always pure and they're always righteous and truth. Always righteous and always pure. Always think good of yourself. Always think good of others. Always have gratitude. Always be appreciative of everything and of everyone. I always say this. If you can't think good about somebody, don't think nothing. And make sure that you don't be judgmental. Don't judge nobody for whatever. Even if you see something that is wrong and you don't do it, or you used to do it and don't do it no more, don't even judge anyone for doing anything. Because at some point, at some stage in your life, you were doing certain things and stop. You probably doing the same thing. You probably were doing the same thing that that person is doing presently now. And it is not even fair for you to be even judging someone that is doing something that you used to do and stop doing it because you know are conscious and you know are living righteously. That don't give you the right to be judging anybody because you were there once. So you understand. You better understand how that go because you used to be there once. You get what I'm saying? So don't judge nobody. As I say, that is how you work on yourself daily, by monitoring your mind, the thoughts that come in your mind. It could be towards yourself and it could be towards anything at all or anyone. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful and make sure that you only make positive affirmation. Only positive affirmation. You know, like when you're using I am. When you're saying I am, you're referring to yourself presently and future-wise. Make sure it's only positive. For example, I am great. I am powerful. I am able. I can do all things. I am great. I am loving. I am caring. I am peaceful. I am rich. I am living in abundance. I am appreciative of life. I give thanks for the divine that is always working through me. You know these positive affirmation you say all the time. And you know what the opposite is, right? So you try not to do that. And you practice that until you become perfect. Even if you're going to repeat something that somebody says using I am and it is not positive, make sure say, even if you ever read something where somebody is saying you and they're referring to themselves, as long as it is not positive, you're cut. Stop from reading it. Don't repeat it any at all. Because that now is going to go in your subconscious mind. And when that go in your subconscious mind, that is going to play out in your reality. So be careful when I say monitor your mind, monitor your thoughts. And when you start doing these things, that's you doing the application. That's you putting the knowledge, that's you applying the knowledge that you have received. And once you do that, the next thing you're going to realize that anything you're doing, you're going to be acting from wisdom. You're going to be wise at every movement you make. Whatever you think, you're going to make sure that it is right. Your action, you're going to make sure it's right. Then if your thoughts and your action is right, then your reaction must be right. Because what you put out, you're going to get back. And to every action, there is a reaction. So if you make this be your regular routine, you practice this every single day, that's you walking in your power. That's you being powerful. Because you are. You just need to become. And practice these things, that's how you're going to become. Okay? Yes. So working on yourself should be an everyday thing. It should be minutely, hourly, daily. Secondly too, because them thoughts come in your mind secondly. You get what I'm saying? You have to make sure. And this key point as well. then look at this. If imagination create reality, that simply means that we are the creator of what is happening in our life. At some point, we did create. At some point, we create what happened in our life. Think about it. And if you go within and start thinking, you're going to look and say, boy, Grace, that's true you're talking. At some point, I did create this. At some point, I did create that. Whether it's good or it's bad. Imagination create reality. So them thoughts that you have lingered in your mind, you have to monitor them. If you don't want it manifest, you can always recreate them thoughts. But make sure, say, the one that you don't want, don't leave them like that. I would say root them out. Root them out. You know, like when you plant, you know, like when you're farming and you plant, right? And like you see some weed probably coming up, you don't just break the leaves off, don't it? What you're going to do, you're going to root out those weeds. You're going to root it out from the weed, because if you just break off the leaves or the stems, they're going to grow right back. Just root them out. That's what you're going to do with them thoughts. When you get a thought that you don't want to manifest, simply root them out. You get what I'm saying? And just recreate your thought. If something comes in your mind and you're like, whoa, how this come in my mind? Just see it differently. Just see it differently. Flip it. Flip it. You know, like when you fry an egg and the next side brown already, and you want to flip it over to let the next part brown as well, you just flip it. So you don't want to see anything come in your thoughts and you don't want it to manifest in your reality, all you got to do is just see it in a different way. See it in a different way. Flip it around. Just rechange it. You know, like, all right, like you see your home, because we women do it all the time, you know, and we get tired of seeing the things the same way. We want to put the fridge over there now, we want to put the table over there, we want to move the sofa, move it around, change it in the way that you want to, you know, because you're tired of seeing the place like that. Because we women are like that. We change the place around all the time. So write your own story. Write your own story. So if a thought come in your mind, or you already create something and you don't like what you create, just recreate it by seeing it different. Change things around. If you are building a house, man, and you realize, say, the first couple block never straight and the house go up and it lean, what you gonna do? Lick it down. Are you going to complete it? No, you're not going to complete it. You're going to lick that down and start again. Yes, you are the creator. And you, as I said before, you practice that. Repetition, practice, and practice, you become perfect. The only way you're going to become perfect at something, and is if you continue practicing. It's not hard, because once upon a time, I normally say to do something good or to do certain thing, me normally look upon it as hard. And by me practicing to do the right thing continuously, now for me to do the right thing and come out of alignment and do the wrong thing, now I see that as hard. You get what I'm saying? So that to show you that anything that you want to do, you just put your mind to it. Put your mind to it. Perseverance. Be consistent. And you have to have self-discipline as well. You have to have self-discipline as well. Yes, my people. So, I'm going to continue to play this clip.
The Dogon of Mali, West Africa. My research of the Dogon explains that there were two French anthropologist historians, Dieterle and Griot that went and lived with the Dogon for a while. This was years ago in the 20th century. And they celebrated this star that's called Sirius B, or Kizi Uzi, the littlest thing, the littlest star. And this star is said to circle Sirius A, the big star, every 50 years. But every 60 years, they have a celebration, okay? And this celebration celebrates Sigi Tolo. Tolo means stars, Sigi, okay? Now, we know that the Kushites also celebrated this. So this is a remnant of collected information. Only every 60 years, they celebrated this revolution around Sirius A, of Sirius B. And in this celebration, they created what's called a Kanaga mask, K-A-N-A-G-A. And after the celebration, they would take it to a special room, and they would put this Kanaga mask on a chair that they built specifically for this Kanaga mask. When Griot and Dieterle were there, they went to one of the celebrations of the Sigi ceremony, and they saw the room where the Kanaga mask was brought. And this is going to complete the room. There were 12 masks in the room. Now, every mask represents 60 years that they knew this star. That wasn't seen by the Western world until 1971. The Dogon people knew of this little star. Now, when you multiply 60 times 12, I think the number 720, you're going back to the 1300s. When that room was started, whoa, Griot Dieterle was taken back. They said, this is how long you've known about this? No. We have 2 more rooms with 12 masks. Okay, so when you talk about the ancientness of our genius, you can understand why they don't want us to know who we are. We have to understand as a people what has happened. We don't know our greatness, but the other piece to knowing knowledge is to do something with it. And that's the key. There's a Moorish proverb that says, if what you learned, you can't do nothing with it, you wasted your time learning. As you have done your videos, your programs, if at the end of that, the people that are watching you can't do something with it, they wasted their time. We have to understand who we are. We have to understand what this is. This is the kiss from the Creator. This is Ra. This is the sun enveloping you and kissing you and bringing you out of the darkness of your mother's womb with a divine destiny. And each and every one of us is born with a destiny. In fact, we were born to fulfill the destiny to make the world a better place. So it's not even like after you're born, you figure out what you got to do. You were given your assignment before you were conceived. When a woman has a baby, that embryo inside of her, let's say it's a sister, that sister has the seed of all of her children. When grandmother was born, she was born with the egg that would create her daughter. But then that daughter was in the embryo of her daughter. So her daughter was born when grandmother was born, when grandmother's mother was born, and that goes back to the ancestors that dwell within us, 1,048,576 human beings it took over that period of 20 generations to bring us into existence. But I only brought you back 500 years. 1,048,576 human beings existed to bring you into existence. How many you got if I took you back 5 million years? And we think we're alone? We walk with our ancestors. They're in us all the time. And they are asking us, open up to me. I got something to tell you. Listen to what I'm saying. Follow your intuition. This is science. This isn't emotion. And I'm not taking you into the twilight zone. This is what our ancestors knew. So with all the questions like what we can do with this, what is the difference between our ancestors and us? There's only one difference. They were conscious of their consciousness. The only thing that exists is darkness. Before the beginning began, there was only the darkness. Every holy book will tell you that. When you look at stars, stars are crystallized blackness, just like a diamond. On Earth is crystallized blackness. Just like the gasoline is fossil fuel darkness. When dark matter is pushed in on itself through dark energy, constantly, it gets to the point where there's no more space. It becomes an atom. It becomes a very small essence of matter. Can't go no more place because there's no more space because energy has pushed it in. It then implodes and explodes. And that's stars. Stars are the result of darkness pushed in on itself. And the evidence is a diamond. Stars are crystallized darkness. So in a sense, even stars are darkness, but at a different level. Just like when you look at the darkness of what creates a diamond.
Grand Rising, everybody on the Facebook Live. Grand Rising, everybody on the TikTok. Welcome to Teach and Learn. I'm your host, DJ Grace, took off bus.
Creates a diamond in the ground. That's a manifestation of another level of darkness. One of the ways I taught the beauty of darkness and the black is simple. Take a white piece of paper and take the 8 colors. They're called primary. You only really have 4 primary colors: red, yellow, blue, indigo. Those are basically the primary colors. And then you have secondary colors, which is when you blend the 2 colors. When you go to the top, you have red, which is infrared. And at the bottom, you have ultraviolet, purple. These are the 8 colors. You draw a line with the red, okay? Now, when you go to the other primary color, yellow, if you mix red and yellow, you get orange. So the secondary color of red and yellow is orange. You take an orange crayon and you draw across the red. Then you get the yellow, you draw a line over the red and orange. That other primary color is blue. Yellow, when you mix yellow and blue, you get green. So now you take the green crayon, you draw a line over that, and then a blue. And then you, on the other side, you have indigo. So you take indigo and you take the blue, you draw, and the secondary color is another indigo. Indigo is the only color that comes twice in the rainbow. That's why in the spectrum, it's longer than all the other colors. Then you have red and indigo, you get purple. So now you've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, purple. What is the color of that one line that has collected all those crayons? Black. Black is the collection of all color. White is the absence. But white doesn't exist. It's invisible. You see, it's the collection. The blackness is the collection, the darkness. The reason why we're afraid of the dark is because dark has been symbolized to be the unknown. But the unknown is a beautiful place, because it's in the unknown that you start to know. You are what you eat. What the Last Supper in Christianity became is carved on the pyramid text, is on those walls. That's where they got it from. The idea that when you ingest divine, you become divine. So that when you ingest the good life, when you ingest honor, integrity, truth, justice, order, arrangement, morality, when you ingest it in life, you become the creator having a human experience. And in that experience, when you then die, since you have done that, you now have the right to go to heaven and to sit at the right hand of Asar. Chapter 43 of the book of the coming forth today by night. I am the great one, son of the great one. I am fire, the son of fire, to whom was given his head after it had been cut off. The head of Asar was not taken from him. Let not the head of Asar Ani be carried from him. I've knit my bones together. I've made myself whole and sound. I've become one again. I am Asar, the Lord of eternity. But the idea of this prayer is, it's a prayer for us as a people to come together. There's no way I can unite with another person if I have not united with myself. You got to know yourself. And so this prayer is saying that the head of Asar was not taken from him. Asar means the living person. Let not the head of Asar Ani be taken from him. Asar Ani, what Ani, A-N-I, is attached to the name, that is the divine person that has already been deceased. He's the one that is going on. She is the one that has passed away. So what it's saying is that if in life your head wasn't taken from you, your consciousness, what you did, all the things, your memories, if your head wasn't taken from you in life, then you inherit the heavens. Don't take it from me after I die. So it's a petition to the cosmos. Allow me to come into your realm, because when I was in this realm, I lived the right life.
Beautiful. You see, I know you see why they have to be doing what they're doing to keep all these knowledge away from us, and from keeping us from in tuning with ourselves, and also keeping us and from they keep us from not being in tune with self. You won't be functioning the way you're supposed to be functioning. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So even when you look back, you realize, as a little girl, I remember I used to see the elders. Yeah, they would light fire, they would sing and dance around it, they would do certain kind of rituals, they will communicate with the ancestors, and all of that. We don't see them things right now. We don't see. I don't see that. I don't see them things no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. They used to do a lot of rituals, meditations, and it's very, very important. I'm telling you. What you consume, my people, as you hear the man say a while ago, you are what you consume. As I was saying earlier, it's a balance. So don't overdo anything at all. I'm not saying you can't eat what you want or whatever, but it's a balance. And to me, you have to know when to ease up. So that's where fasting comes in, because our ancestor used to do fasting as well. Fasting where you give the body time to clean and rebuild itself. So there's a time when you have to give the body time to, to clean itself, to purge itself out and rebuild. And there are certain things that you take again, certain things you consume to rebuild the body. Because remember, what affects you physical, it does affect you spiritual as well. You understand me? So you have to know all of these things. And that is why they keep on feeding you constantly all the garbage, whether it is what they teach you in school, what they are teaching you in churches, the food that they give to you, the water that they are tampering with, the injections. They are doing all these things to keep you at your lowest, keeping you vibrating at the lowest frequency. You get what I say? Because as you hear him say, everything is already in us, and even our ancestors work through us. So whatever we want to know, our ancestors will definitely download any information. But we are out of alignment. We're out of alignment with nature. We're not in tune with ourselves. As I said before, our focus is in the wrong places. And these people know. And that is why they keep on doing what they're doing to keep us away, dividing us from ourselves, keeping us, and like going external for everything. When you want to solve any problem, you go within yourself, my people. How you go in yourself, you start looking to yourself and see where you go wrong. Because everything that you have been doing, everything that is happening in your life, you are the creator. And guess what? If you are the creator of the problem, you are the one that have to what? To solve it. But you have to go within. You have to look through yourself. You have to go in meditation. You can't see that. That is why you see a lot of people even go to counseling. And it don't really work. Yeah, you can go to some people who know, because a lot of these persons, they will tell you they will tell you certain things how to solve the problem, but they don't go to the root where letting you know about the cause and effects and where you cause the problem and what you have to do to solve them. And they don't tell you about the whole mental work and all of them things. You get what I say? So really and truly, a person, just like I'm here talking to you, a person can share the knowledge with you, but you are the one have to do the application and you are the one have to go within. Because nobody can do that for you. No one can do it for you. Your ancestors are there. They're waiting to work through you the right way, but you won't let them. Get what I'm saying? Most of us won't let them work through us the right way. They should be working through us. Hi, Yuna. Grand Rising, Yuna. How you all doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic. Good to see you, Yuna. Lord of mercy. I have another clip I want to play. This one is very, very interesting as well. I want you to get this one as well. Very, very interesting. Remember these words. I really, really want you to get this piece of information as well. So, remember these words. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. I really, really like this clip because it's one thing to have the knowledge, to understand the knowledge you receive is the next thing, to apply it and operating from wisdom, meaning you fully understand. Like, for example, you did not know that when you touch the pot, you're going to get burned, right? The baby don't know that. So you show the baby, you show him, you can use your hand and illustrate, you touch the pot and show him, say, it burn him. Sometimes you show baby some things, and them want experience it for themselves. So the baby might go and touch the pot himself in it and him get the burn. So him get the knowledge right there. So say, yo, the pot hot, I can't touch it, So when him see the hot pot by the fire, him know, say, walk away, stay far from it. So that's the baby now acting from wisdom right there. So now, get what I'm saying? Can know so the pot hot, So why go and touch the pot? You're gonna get burned. And that is it. How can some people have the knowledge and still not applying the knowledge? It don't make no sense. So I just want to play this clip for you. Hear what Dr. Monroe have to say. Here we go.
Wisdom is laws and principles applied. Matter of fact, the three words you want to remember is knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, right? They're different. Knowledge is information, understanding is comprehension, but wisdom is application. When you know laws, they cancel fear. And now you can see why laws are so important. Let me teach the laws of success. Law is the foundation, again, I repeat, of inherent in creation. It is the glue that holds the universe together. Everything exists by law. Everything exists on law. Everything exists for law. And without law, there's no success. Now, why is law so important? I want you to read this verse. And by the way, I want to say this because right now there's some people preaching around the world about grace. I'm not against grace, but I'm against the teaching that grace cancels law. Be very careful. Knowledge of laws and principles are the source of wisdom. Get wisdom. And if it costs you all you have, get understanding. Write down the scripture. It is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Write that down. That's one of my key scriptures in my life. One of my favorite verses in my life is Proverbs 4, verse 7. I live on that from a teenage. I still live on it. I'm going to quote it again. In all you're getting, get wisdom. But if it costs you all you have, get understanding. He's talking about the laws. If you understand the laws, you become wise. Knowledge of laws produce boldness. Sometimes people think that you are wise. No, you ain't wise. You're just knowledgeable. It's knowledgeable of what? The laws. When you learn the laws of life, people think you're smart. You ain't smart. You just got a good memory, and you follow the laws. They call that wisdom. I can counsel anybody. I'm counseling people at the top of governments, and they think I'm smart. No, I just know the laws. I know the laws of leadership. I know the laws of communication. I know the laws of social development. I know the laws of family security. So I just repeat the laws. They think, oh, you're so wise. I ain't wise. I got a good memory. And they'll pay you for a good memory. You can actually know laws and don't apply them. The result is the same, huh? You fail. You know your gas tank is on E. You know that. But you could avoid gas stations. You know the car needs it, so you got knowledge. You understand the car needs it, you got comprehension. But you ain't got no wisdom. What is wisdom? Applying it, going to the station and getting the gasoline. So coming to a class like this is one thing. Understanding what I'm saying is another thing. But leaving here, what you do with it is totally up to you. And wisdom is application. So laws and principles are more important than power. When a person knows the laws, they have power. When you learn the laws, you can demand your own value. Your car breaks down, the mechanic knows the law. The mechanic says, look, $300. I don't care how you argue. You want car work? I know laws. So it's $300. See, when you know laws, you can demand your own value. Again, I'm going to show you thinking, why didn't I hear this 25 years ago? Because you were in the wrong place. Now you're in the right place. You at Diplomat Center, at Bahamas Faith Ministry. You're in the right place. Give God a hand for being in the right place. All right. Laws versus strength. Now, notice I talk about laws versus wisdom. But let's talk about laws versus strength. Sometimes a strong person is not smart. So be strong and courageous. How? By keeping the laws. Your strength is proven by the laws you know and the laws you obey. A strong person is a person who keeps law. I ain't talking about ritual laws now, I'm talking about the laws that God built into life, inherent laws. The 10 Commandments are actually divine laws. You can't change them. Now, I want to wrap this up with the difference between laws and rules. It's very important. I'm going to give you the 10 laws. We can close on that. And then I want you to don't miss a session, but we can deal with each law separately so you know them. Okay? Let's talk a little bit about this. True principles and laws are never broken. Violation of law is impossible. You don't break laws. That's number one. Number two, true principles and laws can never be violated. If you jump from a 10-story building, you didn't violate gravity. Gravity violated you. When you jump from a 10-story building, you didn't push yourself down. Gravity pulled you down. Do you know the difference? You didn't fall if you jump from a 10-story building. You were pulled down. If gravity didn't exist, you would have floated. You don't break laws. That's number three. True laws and principles break those who violate them. Number four, the creator of true law does not have to impose judgment. These are important principles of violation of law. Number five, judgment is inherent in true law principles, built into them. And number six, true law and principles attract and activate their own benefits, I like this part, and their judgment, I don't like that part. True laws and principles attract and activate their own benefits or judgment. If you learn the laws of life, learn the laws of creation, learn the laws of spirituality, if you learn them and you obey them, they attract benefits. If you keep my law, Joshua, you will make your way prosperous. That means you cannot fail. You buy a car made in Detroit from Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company builds into this car certain laws. It needs oil, it needs fuel, it needs transmission fluid, it needs radiator fluid or water. They decide that, and then they ship it out to you to the Bahamas. Okay, no problem. They say if you give this car everything it needs, all the laws it needs.
Grand Rising, Kenny Pop, will do so. Big up everyone on the Facebook and on the TikTok. Please to share. Welcome everybody.
What? Judgment. The car shuts down, doesn't serve you, you become a failure. It becomes a failure because you violate the laws. So, laws have their built-in benefits and judgment. What's the benefits of law? Number one, laws and principles protect the product. Number two, laws and principles preserve the product. Number three, laws and principles serve the product. Number four, laws and principles guarantee product function. Number five, laws and principles simplify product operation. This one is important. If you know the laws, operation becomes very easy. You know, some of you got an iPad, you're working with that, right? You learn some basic things with iPad, right? That the laws are how it functions. And when you bought it, sometimes they have it built into the iPad. They have a function that says this will teach you how it functions. So you can press that and teach you how this product functions. That is there to protect the product from abuse. So laws and principles simplify product operation. Once you know how it operates by the laws, then you don't need to pray. You don't need to pray about how to operate your iPad, do you? Just learn the laws. At least in number 6, laws and principles bring peace and confidence. When you know the laws, you are confident. Why can I teach in this class with so much confidence? Because I know the laws, and I know what I'm saying is true, because I actually am a result of them.
Yes, my people, beautiful clip, as I was talking about earlier about the mind. So when you get all these information, all these knowledge, right, as I was talking about monitoring the mind earlier, so when you get to understand that where your thoughts go, the energy is going to flow. Whatever you're focusing on, that's what's going to grow. That's what's going to manifest in your life. So if you're someone that where your focus is at the moment and what you're doing in your life, it's not working for you, what you have been doing and the result that you have been getting is not the result that you want, then it is not wise. And obviously, you are not operating through wisdom, because it simply means that you need to change the thoughts that you have. Don't put your focus in the area that you're putting it into, and what you're doing and getting the result that you're getting, and you're not happy with it, you simply need to stop. That is you using wisdom right there. So as I say, you get the knowledge. When you apply the knowledge, you realize that you won't be operating the way you used to be operating. You start seeing things differently, because then you realize that, as I said before, imagination create reality. So that is where you start look at, boy, I can't afford to create this. I can't afford to let this manifest in my life. So now I know that these thoughts that have come in, lingering in my mind, and I think upon them, I meditate on them, I embody them, I put a feeling to them, and they manifest. I am now you aware that I am the creator. Then now you have to be monitoring the thoughts. That's you being wise right there. Get what I'm saying? Things I used to do, I do no more. Things I used to say, I say no more, because I know now about the cause and effects. So this is why it is beautiful to receive the knowledge. It is even more beautiful when you apply it. Get what I'm saying? Big up each and every one in the place. Remember, as I was saying to you earlier, to get this book, it's available on Amazon. It is called Exist in Time by Una All. It's a beautiful book that filled with some beautiful poem. They all been right by Una. So make sure you get a copy. Get what I'm saying? They're very reasonable. So you can buy a couple. You could give it away as a gift. You know what I'm saying? And big up Kenny Pop, another place. Check out Kenny Pop website. That's the website right there. She's tapping the screen. Thanks for tapping Kenny Pop, www.kennypops.store. All right, check out the products that she have on the line. She have aisle that grow the hair. She have t-shirts, rug that play music, body scrubs, and so much more things rolling up. Belly beads, bracelets, anklets, you name it. And she's also a hairdresser. She's located in the US. When you go on the website, you buy any 2 product and you get a t-shirt free. And big up Aisha as well. Remember to check out Aisha's website. It's AishaCosmetics.com, where you get your makeup and all of that. And my people, as you see this flyer going up right here with my number, need an advisor? Meet DJ Grace, the solutionist. Use your mind correctly and create the reality that you want. So when you don't call that number, you message me on WhatsApp only and leave a message, and I will get back to you in my own timing and schedule when I'm available to speak with you. Big up the whole team. Big up Yuna, Darrett, Hope, Rebecca, Father Cutsleeve, Utan G, Jablis, Kenny Pop, Miss McDonald, Sister Shireen, and the whole team. I'm going to be uploading this live on YouTube. Please to follow me on YouTube. Teach and learn. Big up. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. DJ Grace took off boss. Remember to check in today, starting from 3. We have 4 interviews with 4 artists today. You don't want to miss. It's going to be very, very interesting. And remember, my people, when you get the knowledge, all you have to do is do the application. Don't just come here to pass time. Time is all we have, but it's what you do with your precious time that you has. I could have been doing anything at this moment. It's a beautiful weather and there's so much thing to be done. But of course, it's my pleasure and I'm delighted to take at least an hour to come and share with you the knowledge that I have learned, that I have gained, and the information that I have downloaded as well. I would love to share with you. So all you have to do is do the rest by do the application. Do the mental work, because that's one thing I can't do for you. The mental work is what you has to do. Kenny Pop said knowledge plus application equal wisdom. Absolutely. Yeah? So as long as you do the application, man, when the time comes for you to act, you'll be acting from wisdom. I'm telling you. You won't be running around like what Jablis said, like a chicken without a head. You'll be thinking twice about everything and everything that you're going to do. Every single thing, when you come to realize that I am the creator of my reality. I am in control of everything that goes on in my life. I'm in control. I can change the channel to whatever I want to change it to, whenever I want to. When you come to realize that, come on, my people, you have to do the right thing. You understand me? You have to do the right thing. And I often say this. You see what you do, whether it's bad or good, it is coming back. It's like you plant a seed. Look forward. Look forward for that tree coming. But it's not the same day you plant that seed, you're going to reap that fruit. So plant, my people, good seeds. Because whatever you plant, you're going to reap. And it's not the same time. Leaf got to water bottom, it rotten. It's coming back to you on what you send out. What you send out in the universe is not coming back to you void. So please, my people, choose to do the right thing at all times. Have good, pure, righteous thoughts towards yourself and towards everyone. Even if someone violates you, there's a correct way to deal with everything. There is a correct way to deal with everything. So anyways, my people, have a great day. I'm going to carry on with my busy schedule. It's my pleasure to sit here and speak with you today. Have yourself a fantastic day. And remember, take care of yourself. That is number one. And each one should say, no one come before I. All right? Have a great day. Bye. Take care. See you later.